Now, they are no longer eligible for food stamps. The change affects Cobb, Gwinnett, and Hall counties. Chancellor Sophia Choi is live in Cobb County. And Sophia, this involves able-bodied adults who are now required to go to work.
The government shutdown is in full effect, and a lot of single mothers and people who are, quite frankly, lazy and been leeching off the system are being affected by this. Let's get into it.
So if you are on food stamps, you might want to listen to this. So not only is Trump making it to where if you receive food stamps, you have to work. You have to work a minimum of 15 hours a week. And then you'll be making too much.
You can hear the children's footsteps. Boom, 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 boom. What these chicks want to do is just lay on their back or bend over, get ran through, get knocked up by these goofy guys, and then run to the state and the government so they can use our tax dollars and fund their EBT food stamps and their Section 8 and health care. They're literally living free. They get smashed. They have kids. And then they get free living. They get to just walk around and get free stuff. While us Americans who are hardworking have to, work. We have to, look what we purchase. When you see these big carts in grocery stores and it's filled all the way up to the top, those people have EBT food stamps. While most Americans had, only got to get a few things. They have to budget.
And then they will cut you off.
I don't know who needs to hear this, but the mama buying crab legs with her food stamps is not the end of the world, and she's not taking advantage of the system.
So my husband just told me that I need to get a job so that I could go 50-50 with him on bills. I told him that I don't want to work because if not, I'm not going to get no more EBT or cash assistance. Why would I want to work and lose all my state benefits?
That's crazy, and that's how they do it. They intentionally say, I'm not going to work. It's a system that rewards the lazy people. Don't work, don't have no income, and you get more benefits. Of course they're going to stick with that. Why would they go out and work, and then they're not going to get their $1,200, $3,000 in EBT free food? Like, of course they're going to say, man, I ain't doing nothing. If you get $2,000 a month in EBT food stamps, that's $24,000 per year in free state benefits.
That doesn't make sense to me. I get $1,200 in cash assistance and $3,700 in food
That's
stamps.
crazy.
You do the math.
Look at this. Oh my, I told you it's filled up to the top. The cart. The caption says, I'd be happy swiping my EBT unlimited card. 7 kids, yes, we eating. I'm not paying cash. That's oh man, you see everything in this is crazy, man. And all she do is gonna have another kid after another kid and just sit back and be lazy and freeload off the system. This is sick. And she's dancing. Look at this. Spending our $3K food stamps at Walmart. Look at her dancing. She's dancing too. When your food stamps hit, so you got to stack on snacks. Look at the kid. Look at this. Do you see all those drinks and snacks? It is typically, that's always the single mothers. Let's be real. Like there would be less single mothers if there was far less EBT food stamps. I think food stamps should be for a small period of time, 3 to 6 months, not generational EBT recipients. They be on food stamps like their entire life. And then they pass it on to their daughters. It's crazy, man. They be having Section 8 properties and homes on different spots in the town. This is sad, man. Of course they're not going to, of course they go dance if you get something free like this. Overweight. Look at this. Mocking the system, taking advantage. Teaching that boy what.
If someone you know or you depend on food stamps, pay close attention. Major changes are coming under Trump's big, beautiful bill. Let me break down what's changing, when it starts, and how it could affect your SNAP benefits. Now, here's the timeline. October 1st, 2026, state will begin tightening SNAP eligibility.
me sitting here stressing myself out, wondering like the government shut down. It's October the 1st. We're not going to get our food stamps. What are we going to do? I'm just going to have to go out there and pick some cotton.
Look at them panicking. Like there's women, this gonna sound crazy, y'all. There's women who, let's say they got a kid that's approaching 18 years old. They might be 14, 15, 16. These women will have, I kid you not, they will have another kid, a couple more kids so they can keep it rolling. Because the food stamps basically get cut off when they're 18, I believe, if I do my research. So they have another kid, so they can keep it going for another decade plus, rolling it over. Crazy, man.
Because the government shut down and my EBT card is not going to be working this month. And oh,
look
Jesus.
Shut down. I need to know what's going on. I got 9 kids to feed.
Did you hear that?
9 babies.
She said, I got 9 kids to feed. The caption says, this lady just showed out at the food stamp office about her food stamps not coming in. All they do is keep having kids. That's easy. Have kids and you reward her for illegitimate kids. Father ain't around. Just keep getting knocked up. Listen to this.
I need to know what's going on. I got 9 kids to feed. 9 babies. And I want to know why they ain't put my food stuff on their card.
What?
I done been waiting. I done did my application. And I got 3 handicapped babies. I need to know why my food stamp ain't on my card. This is not
crazy.
right. This ain't fair. I don't care about no shutdown or none of that.
My kids have not eaten in 5 days. It is the taxpayer's responsibility to take care of my kids.
Oh my, did you? They have no sense of accountability at all. They say it's the taxpayer's job to take care of her kids. This is what happens when you don't hold women accountable. They just run rampant. They think it's our job to take care of their bastard children. What about the father?
Have not eaten in 5 days. It is the taxpayer's responsibility to take care of my kids.
Trump done cut them food stamps off. If you're poor, don't have kids, okay? If you're struggling, don't have kids. Don't bring more in. If you already have them, that's another situation. If you don't have them, don't bring any in. And if you have 2, don't go having another one. If you have 1, don't go having 2 more.
So they say 2 million is getting cut off this month for the scamps. I'm about to go find out if I'm in that number, in that ratio. It's been day 5 and I have not received no food stamps. My disability checks is on hold. My cash benefits is not coming no more. They're still pending.
So not only do you get Section 8 government free housing, they get these vouchers and their rent is like $40-something, $60-something. It's crazy. You get food stamps and you get cash assistance. Like this is crazy, man. But that's why so many people, it's hard for middle working Americans that makes 60, 70,000. It's hard for them because they're not getting the food stamps and they're kind of barely keeping their head above water. Middle class is tough in America.
It is the taxpayer's job to pay for my kids to eat and for my kids to be taken care of. I have over 2,000 followers on TikTok and I can't get not one person to send me 50 cents. If you're watching a video and you can't send me nothing, I'm blocking you.
So I go to the food stamp office because I'm hoping and praying. I'm not one of them ones that they cutting off.
Instead of just getting a job and working, it's actually easier to get a job to work, but they just don't want to. They want to just sit back and be lazy and wait on a handout. They wait on the whatever 1st of the month or 7th of the month or 15th of the month for that EBT balance to be replenished. And then, they feel good. Yeah, let's go spend this free taxpayer money.
Well, I can't buy no sweets for my kids. Oh, God. Oh, God.
So I don't know what I'm gonna do now. I came down to the store because I thought my food stamps were supposed to be loading and there's nothing on there. So I reached out to the office, and there's a recording that says, due to the government shutdown, all benefits are placed on hold and no money will be loading. So I had a cart full of stuff because I just assumed it was going to be on there like it always is. And I'm not 100% sure. So
here's the thing about the government shutdown. It's not like they're not going to get the benefits, right? If you do your research, they'll get some benefits. Let's say the time that they missed, let's say the government shutdown lasts for 3 months. They'll get those benefits, when it reopens. The 3 months they didn't get, but it's just like, you can't go do something else for 3 months or 3 weeks, 3 days. You can't go to work or do something, apply for no jobs. Like it's wild how lazy these food stamp recipients are. But you got to think, if something's free and you just, why would you want to go out and do better for yourself? This is why they have that like work requirement. You got to work like 15 hours a week or 80 hours a month or something like that in order to get food stamps. But it's like a trap, right? So it's like, if you able to work 80 hours, eventually they're gonna cut you off of it, because they're like, hey, you can work. I like that new requirement. And on top of that, I believe it's like you can't buy sweets or something like that, or certain sugary foods, because they love those drinks and snacks and Reese's and all this stuff like that. So I'm glad they cracking down on this stuff. Not because I don't like single mothers. It's because people need to be held accountable. America, listen, you can dream, you can do something with your life. They just don't want to do nothing.
Then I called over to the housing office about the rent check, and they told me the same thing. It says, due to government shutdown, all funding has been stopped. Rent payment, please reach out to your landlord, as rent payments will not be funded for at least the month of October.
I voted for him for lower grocery prices. He promised me cheaper prices on groceries. And that has not happened. Not only has that not happened, I am getting my food stamps taken. I am getting my cash assistance taken. I am getting my Section 8 taken. I am getting all my welfare governments taken. I did not ask for this. I would not have voted for him if I knew this was going to happen. So what do I do now?
You get a job and go to work. You go find your baby daddy. Like that's what you do. It's not difficult. It's very easy. Like these chicks, they just don't want to do any work. They don't want, it makes me sick too, how they just can freeload like this. Like, you don't achieve anything in life by waiting on a handout from the government, from taxpayers out. There's nothing you might feel good temporarily when you get some food stamps, but you're missing out on life, on the experiences. So you basically stuck in that one spot, and you're not progressing. You're teaching your kids not to want to do better for themselves. So when they get older, guess what? They saw mommy on food stamps in Section 8 and cash assistance. So they're going to get knocked up, and they're going to be on food stamps, Section 8 and cash assistance. And it's a cycle.
What do the people do now? The ones that regret their vote. What do we do? I can't go out and get a regular job. And it's not even about these families being separated from their loved ones. It's not about these 5 and 6 year olds getting their families taken away from them in the middle of a school day. It's not about any of that. It's about me and my food stamps.
No, that exactly. It's about me and my food stamps. This is all she thinks about is me. These chicks are selfish, man. Single mothers are literally, listen, they're looking for help. They're looking for handouts. Me. That's the word.
It's about me and my food stamps and my cash assistance. Me. That I'm the only one that matters in this country. I am taking my life back.
You want some breaking news? This is some breaking news that shocked the hell out of me. I didn't see it coming. I didn't see this one coming. While the media is talking about all the antics, they're not talking about the fact that the Trump administration just paused food stamps for every single American who receives them for 90 days. Food stamps and all emergency assistance has now been paused.
Republicans are coming after single parents. They're coming after single parents, single moms, single dads, single parents. Basically, if you qualify for government assistance, SNAP, food stamps, and your child is above the age of 7 and up, they will now be considered an able-bodied adult, which means they will not be able to get assistance because they're an able-bodied adult, so they should be working. But wait, if you're married and you qualify for EBT, SNAP, food stamps, and your spouse works and you're a stay-at-home parent, your 7-year-old doesn't have to work. Yeah. But if you are a single parent and you qualify for benefits, if your child will be above the age of 7, they will be considered an able-bodied adult. And before I have you maggot-ass, bitch-ass trolls come up in here saying about, oh, get a job then. We don't need this. Honey pie, sugar plum. Red states are the ones who use the most benefits. Not that that matters, because anyone who qualifies for these benefits and needs these benefits, there's no reason why they shouldn't be able to get them if they're not married. If you are a single parent and you qualify for these benefits and you are going to be punished because you are not married, it's fucking wrong. People need these benefits. Millions of people are going to be without if this ends up fucking passing. It was all in P2025, by the way. And to those girls I know back home, those single moms I know back home who voted for this shit, baby girl, if it ain't the consequences of your own actions.
Should illegal immigrants be able to use food stamps? Well, here's the deal. The USDA is cracking down on their access to the SNAP benefits program. The Secretary of Agriculture, Brooke Rowland, said in a statement, USDA's nutrition programs are intended to support the most vulnerable Americans, emphasis on Americans, and American taxpayers will no longer subsidize illegal aliens. They cited a report from the Government Accountability Office that showed $10.5 billion in SNAP payments went out improperly just during fiscal year 2023. So now the USDA is telling each individual state that they need to use the Department of Homeland Security system that verifies every single SNAP benefits immigration status before they're given access to the benefits. And just to be clear, food stamps aren't just for American citizens. The USDA says non-citizens who are refugees or people seeking asylum, they can still qualify, but not if you're here illegally. But